All right, let's get right into it. Buying a home. I mean, for most of us, it is hands down the single biggest financial decision we will ever make in our entire lives. It's not just about money, though. It's emotional, it's psychological, and it can literally change the entire course of your life. But here's the crazy part. Most people walk into this huge transaction almost completely blind. So today, we are pulling back the curtain on 10 essential truths that can save you a ton of money, a world of stress, and maybe even the kind of regret that millions of buyers wish they could undo. Before we jump in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out the links in the description if you're looking for a real estate agent in your market or you need life insurance. My team and I can help you anywhere nationwide.
And this right here, this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? This is not like buying a new phone or a car that you'll replace in a few years. The choices you make right now, from the kind of loan you get to the specific street you choose, those choices are going to echo for decades. So getting it right from the very beginning is absolutely 100% crucial. And that's exactly what we're going to help you do today.
So here's how we're going to break this all down. We've got 3 key parts. First, we're going to talk about laying that critical financial groundwork. Then, we'll dig into the real costs of owning a home, which go way beyond that monthly mortgage payment. And finally, we're going to tackle the human side of things, the emotions and the psychology behind making a choice that your future self will thank you for. Okay, first up, securing your financial foundation. Look, before you even think about browsing Zillow, before you let yourself fall in love with that perfect kitchen or the big backyard, you have to build a rock-solid financial base. If you get this part wrong, trust me, nothing else matters.
So let me ask you a question. Where do you think the home buying journey actually begins? If your answer is looking at beautiful houses online, well, you're not alone, but you're also starting in exactly the wrong place. So many people get this completely backward. They find a house, fall in love, and then they try to scramble to figure out the financing. And that, my friends, is a recipe for absolute heartbreak. The smart way, the right way, always follows this exact order. Number 1, get pre-approved for a mortgage. This is not optional. It's your first move. It tells you exactly what you can realistically afford. It proves to sellers that you're a serious contender, and it gives you a ton of negotiating power. Think of it like this. You would never walk onto a battlefield unarmed, right? Well, your pre-approval letter is your shield. It protects you from the pain of falling for a home you simply can't have.
Now let's talk about one of the biggest, most persistent myths in all of real estate. This is the one idea that stops countless good people from even trying to buy a home. And that is the belief that you absolutely, positively must have a 20% down payment. If you're sitting on the sidelines waiting to save up that much cash, well, you might be waiting forever. And the truth is, you just don't have to.
Just take a look at this. This chart shows the reality. You've got options. FHA loans, which are amazing for first-time buyers, can require as little as 3.5% down. A lot of conventional loans start in the 3 to 5% range. And hey, if you're a veteran or you're looking in certain rural areas, VA and USDA loans could literally get you into a house with 0% down. 0. The dream of owning a home is way more accessible than that old 20% myth would have you believe.
This is a truth bomb right here, and I really want you to let this one sink in. We get so obsessed with negotiating a few $1,000s off the asking price, but the real money, the life-changing money, is saved or lost in your interest rate. A great credit score might lower your rate by just a fraction of a percent, and that might not sound like a big deal, but over a 30-year loan, we are talking about tens of thousands of dollars. It's huge.
So once your offer is accepted, you go into this phase called escrow. You can think of it as the final waiting room before they hand you the keys. During this time, and I can't stress this enough, you have to protect your credit score like it's a newborn baby. Why? Because your lender is going to pull your credit one last time right before closing. If you do anything big, like finance a new car, open up a bunch of credit cards to buy furniture, even miss a single payment, your score could drop and your entire loan could get denied at the 11th hour. That brand new couch can wait, I promise. Okay, let's shift gears into section 2. You've got your financing lined up, you're protecting your credit, but what are you really going to be paying for each month? This is where so many people get into trouble because they only focus on that one big mortgage number and totally ignore the real total cost of owning a home.
Oh, and speaking of getting help, this is a great time to remind you that if you're looking for an expert to guide you through this, don't forget to check out the links in the description. Whether you need a top-tier real estate agent or help with life insurance, my team and I can connect you with the best, anywhere in the country. Now, this slide is so important. Look at the column on the left. That's what everyone sees, the mortgage payment, your principal, and interest. But the real story is in the column on the right. You have to add in property taxes, which can be thousands a year. You have to add in homeowners insurance. You have to budget for maintenance and repairs. And yeah, your utility bills are probably going to be higher. The actual monthly check you're writing to live in that house, it can easily be 25 to 40% higher than just the mortgage payment alone. And that leads us to this critical point. It is so tempting to scrape together every last dollar you have for the down payment and closing costs. You want to make your offer look as strong as possible, right? But it's a dangerous trap. If you leave yourself with absolutely no cash cushion, no emergency fund, you are one leaky roof away from a full-blown financial crisis. And what does a financial crisis look like? Well, it could look a lot like this number: $22,000. That could be the bill for a new roof. A new furnace and AC unit? $10 grand. A main sewer line repair? $15,000. These aren't exotic once-in-a-lifetime problems. These are common homeowner issues. And without an emergency fund, they can become total catastrophes.
So what is your single best defense against these kinds of catastrophic surprises? It's this. This is a non-negotiable, ironclad rule. The home inspection is your superpower. It is your X-ray vision into the true condition of that house. I have seen gorgeous homes, brand new kitchens that are built on top of rotting foundations. Waiving an inspection to make your offer seem more attractive is like playing Russian roulette with your life savings. If a seller pushes you to do it, it is a massive red flag. You don't walk away, you run.
All right, let's get into our final section, and this is the part that spreadsheets and calculators can't always solve for you. This is the human element. These are the decisions that are less about the numbers and more about the kind of life you actually want to live.
This might be one of the most important lessons in this entire explainer. You can fall in love with a house, but you have to live in the neighborhood. Think about it. You can change almost anything inside those four walls. You hate the kitchen? Remodel it. Ugly paint? Easy fix. But you can't change the school district. You can't change your commute time, the noise from the highway, or the fact that they're planning to build a giant apartment complex next door. Your future happiness and your home's future value depend way more on where you buy than what you buy. Here's another piece of wisdom for you. Your lender might pre-approve you for, let's say, a $900,000 loan. And your first thought might be, great, I can shop for houses up to $900,000. Wrong. That number from the bank is a ceiling. It is not a target. You need to sit down and choose a monthly payment that still allows you to live, to save for retirement, to go on vacation, to go out to dinner without having a panic attack. Don't become a slave to your house. Don't let your house own you.
In a hot real estate market, man, emotions run high. It is so easy to get swept up in the frenzy of a bidding war or to start overlooking major red flags because you're just desperate to win a house. But emotional buyers almost always become regretful homeowners. So here's a simple, powerful tool to ground you. Before you make that crazy high offer, just ask yourself this one question. Step back, take a deep breath, and sleep on it. It is an amazing way to kick the emotion out and let logic back into the driver's seat.
And that brings us to the final crucial mindset shift you need to make. Buying the house, that is not the finish line. It's the starting line. It's the beginning of a long-term relationship. And just like any relationship, your home is going to ask things of you. Every year, it'll need maintenance, upkeep, and yeah, those unexpected repairs. Preparing for that reality right from the beginning is the absolute key to being a happy, successful homeowner for the long haul. So I'll leave you with this final question to think about. At the end of the day, the difference between a home that becomes an incredible asset that builds wealth and happiness for your family and one that becomes a crushing financial and emotional burden, it all comes down to knowledge and preparation. By understanding these truths we've talked about, you are already way ahead of the game. You know the rules, you know where the traps are, and now you know how to build a powerful foundation for your future. Thanks for watching. And one last time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you need an agent or help with life insurance, my team and I have got your back. Just check out the links in the description below.